Hey, good morning. It's the Wake and Bake. I just dropped a case of metrics. I'm going to give a case of metrics to the guys here at the Burnt End. They're having a training day. So, I'd like to present you with this. I'm for the show. You guys are one of the bigger sponsors.
I didn't even know that until I saw on Facebook. One of your not Facebook, but
Instagram. Yeah. So the other major sponsor is Max Muscle.
Okay.
And these are Metrics. They're pre-workout drinks. They're like Gatorade with meth in them.
I like that.
It's
sugar and
it's hella healthy. It's all like B12, niacin, and caffeine.
Okay, so like a Bang, similar.
It is. It's actually a little bit better for you though because it does hydrate.
Right.
But these only have like maybe 100 milligrams of caffeine. These are 200.
300.
Oh, are they 3?
If you drink the whole can, that's pretty sure.
I don't think so. I don't know. Because check it out. These don't. These fry me. Like these melt my skin off.
Yeah.
Because I'm allergic.
300 milligrams. So there might be others. I think they react different with different things too.
But so, dude, this is 200 milligrams, and I drink. I tell everybody you drink half.
Oh shit!
You know what I'm saying?
I'll try that.
Drink half, and see how it lasts you for about 4 to 5 hours. No hard crash. Neither does Bang, but
I've been drinking that. I've been drinking a Bang about 6.
Yeah. Or actually, here I'll put them in the walk-in for you guys.
Perfect.
But yeah, this is fruit punch flavor. It's pretty easy to swallow. Energy drink. You want one? Yeah. Only drink half.
Okay.
And don't drink more than 2 a day.
Okay.
Or you'll fucking die. And I don't want your death on me. You want an energy drink, man? It's a fruit punch from Max Muscle. Only drink half. It's 200 milligrams of caffeine.
Drink some more than that.
Yeah, but there's something going on with this. It melted my face off, bro. Like, literally. I'll show you pictures later. You grab fruit punch, man.
All right.
Don't drink 2.
I got to work on my bike.
Fruit punch, man. Energy drink.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Compliments of Jay Smith and Max Muscle. I put those in the walk.
Last time I hung out with you, we were at either Speakeasy or...
Oh, probably, yeah.
Thank you, guys.
You bet, man. Enjoy. Yeah, for sure.
I quit drinking a long time ago.
Yeah.
Not only was it costing too much, it was...
Oh, dude. Well, I don't even like being in this village anymore after dark because all the kids suck. You know what I mean? Like, I'm 86 from Commonwealth because I told a chick.
My thing was I was driving back home fucking hammered.
Oh,
I don't remember how I was getting there.
Yeah.
Still be there.
Can you glove up and get a brush and sauce these?
So we're gonna sauce these riblets. Oh, these are full size ribs, though, huh? Dude, those look good. The bone sticking out of the animal.
Ribs are better than any other ribs I've gotten. Because we got to make ourselves trays to go home with.
Right.
Way better than any other ribs I've gotten in any direction.
Well, that's what I keep telling everybody. This is the spot.
It's gonna be the spot, let me tell you.
No, well, dude, just in the samplers, like whenever she does the art walk stuff.
There's one here.
So now these ribs were cooking for how long?
4 hours.
And so now you're going to sauce them.
And then rest them. And eat them.
And then eat them, yes. That is detrimental.
Perfect. So use that rear sauce first.
It's a hickory sauce.
You got
clean gloves? Well, I mean, I use one. Enough
So This guy over here, he's cleaning thoroughly, making sure everything's sterile, looking good. And then we got the barbecue master out here. So you barbecued for a while, or what?
Yeah, I barbecued at home. I got four slabs of ribs and two big old things of chicken. I got to get ready for Sunday.
Yeah.
I got all my family here. We're going to come over on my late side. They want to get to know me because they don't know me that good. So
Oh shit! It's one of those.
It's one of those.
Put the pressure on.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah. So I'm going to queue up and tell them we're going to have. It's more or less for the men because they're going to be bringing them oysters, and I'm telling everybody to bring a sack of oysters. We're going to throw them on the grill.
Oh, sick.
I got a propane one, and I got a one to bring burn coals.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use both of them.
Yeah.
My ribs and my coals over there, and then you put the other one get them my oysters done. That propane.
Oh yeah. No, pop them.
Pop them quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite things to barbecue was the oysters.
You all right?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So I noticed there's these gas lines right here by the barbecue.
They're actually water.
Oh, are they water? Oh,
You tell
okay.
me.
I
I don't
don't.
think gas lines have a regular valve like that.
Oh yeah, good point. Good point. Look kind of gassy at first.
And
Yeah, that is water. Oh, it says water right there. Yeah.
So leave out. We're not shutting everything down. We're just going to burn this one out. So just leave everything where it is.
okay.
Oh, so you're letting you pulled everything that's coming off of this.
We're going to do tri-tips in the small one.
Nice.
I got that for you. Glove up. Get those tri-tips out of the bag and spread them out on that full sheet pan. Kind of dry them out, and then cover them in saran wrap. Please.
So ribs, chicken, brisket, tri-tip. Plus all the delicious sides. Got the loaded mac. Is that going to be on the menu?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You haven't seen the menu?
I haven't seen the menu. Yeah, let me check it out. He has just motioned for me to come back into the kitchen.
So when those are done, put them in the camera.
It smells like Boy Scouts wood burning project in here. But dude, so this smoker's going in here in the kitchen, nice and warm, and these ribs are slathered.
I'm gonna get you another half sheet pan. They're in the back.
That is a tasty
back behind
slab of animal.
Backside.
No photo shots?
Huh?
No photo shots?
Oh yeah, no. You know what? I wonder if I can. I've never tried. Yeah, boom. Oh yeah, I got it.
Go with that, and I'll follow you, and I'll open it. No, leave it just like they are. Grab the whole pan. The whole pan. Yep.
So I'm walking through the kitchen.
Check it out.
Paper.
It sits right here.
Okay, wait.
We'll do them right where they are. Sanitize it down like normal.
Okay.
We got a big chunk of meat here. Oh, here's the menu. He pointed at it. And they got these cowbells. They say the burnt end on them.
Hey, just going by that bathroom.
No.
There's a boy back there. Says we need more cowbells.
Oh, really?
It says if you want a cowbell, take one.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'll check it out this morning.
Yeah, need more cowbells. That's awesome. So, the blue plate specials. Monday, you get a smoked turkey leg, cornbread. Tuesday, 2 chili dogs and cheese. 2 chili cheese dogs with the works. Wednesday, cold smoked turkey. Thursday, chicken salad. Friday, cornmeal dredged catfish and chips. And, oh, that's just the one side. That's the special side. This is the regular side. You've got the trough. It's a half pound of smoked brisket or tri-tip, plus a half pound of pulled pork, a rack of St. Louis ribs, a whole smoked chicken, served with a choice of 2 sides, cornbread, honey butter, and onions and pickles for under $80. You could feed a huge family with that. Plates, you get 2 meats for 15 or 3 plates for 20. That's a hell of a deal. And you get your choked meat. You get your choice of meat. Comfort on the side. So here we go. You get them in a personal size, a pint, or a quart. And these are like all the sides. So you can get mac and cheese, loaded potatoes, macaroni salad, loaded baked potato, barbecue beans, campfire beans, daddy's chili with beans, or dad's chili, not daddy's, my bad, and snappy applesauce. Oh, and a green salad. I almost missed that. But, so the mac and cheese is a 4-cheese blend, applewood smoked bacon, caramelized onions, and panko crust. That is not just mac and cheese. I've had this mac and cheese, and I did not share it with anybody because it's good.
My man!
Now, the difference between the 3 beans, well, you got potatoes. You got the loaded potato salad, which is mayo, onions, sauteed mushrooms, celery, and red bell pepper. And then you get the fully loaded baked potato, which is bacon, cheddar, sour cream, of course. But these 3 beans, so you got barbecue beans, which is the bacon, caramelized onion, and molasses. That's like, I've had those. They're pretty classic flavor, really good. The campfire beans have smoked ham hock, caramelized onions, and garlic. They're a little spicier, but they're really good, and the smoky flavor is fucking amazing. The dad's chili with beans. It's ground beef, burnt tomatoes, and a little bit of heat touched in there. Smoked meat, obviously you got the brisket, tri-tip, the burnt ends while they last, smoked chicken, pulled smoked turkey, pulled pork, St. Louis ribs. You can do the half rack or a full rack. Full rack is $20.
You still do the comedy center around here, right?
Not really.
Not that much.
No, I mean, there's nobody to entertain in this town.
You know Daria Magana?
No.
She's I think county high graduate, but I went to junior high and elementary with her.
Uh-huh.
And she's been hitting a bunch of the bars and things around here. She met Gabriel Iglesias, and she's been doing a little comedy tour and things out here.
Really?
So, yeah. Someone had it on Facebook, one of her things that she was doing her stand-up,
Uh-huh.
and it wasn't too bad.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
talks a lot of shit about this area.
Yeah. No, that's an easy target, though, man.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You go to Fresno, they don't know about Modesto. Or you go to L.A., they only know that it sucks. Or, you know what I mean? Like, it's hard. Like, you kind of have... Like, that's why I'm doing the funeral show, is because it's kind of like my release valve on this area. Because, dude, now that the Fat Cat's gone, now that Copper... I mean, all my venues are gone. And I mean, some of them have been returned into something new, but I don't care. Like, I don't like anybody. You know what I mean? Like, dude, the people that are, like, here's the thing. Like, how old are you?
37.
Okay, so you're about my age. We'll pretend I'm 27. But no, our age group, our generation is all married with kids. We, like you said, quit drinking so much. We're buttoning down our shit. But the thing is that the crowd that is out drinking, it isn't the fun-loving crowd that we were. They're fucking morons, and so they all they do is complain. Like, dude, like I was saying, I got 86 from Commonwealth because they came to my speakeasy show and acted like drunk assholes and told me I was a racist. And I said, get the fuck out. You know, I'm a racist. You're fucking done. And then they begged me not to kick them out. So I'm a nice person, so I'm like, okay. You don't think I'm a racist then? No, I was just fucking around. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Okay. So then then at the end of her singing her stupid karaoke shit, she throws my mic, gives me double birds, fuck you, cusses me out on my microphone. And I'm like, cool, I'll remember that. Well, she works at Commonwealth. And so I was going in there not regularly, but I was going in there enough to irritate her. And she threw a big old fucking millennial tantrum. You make people uncomfortable, and you are not allowed to come here. Like, she's yelling, cussing at me in the middle of the restaurant in front of a crowd. But they were about to close anyway. But the best part was that while she's yelling at me, her little fucking dipshit friend is sitting at a table looking at me like a bitch face, going, so uncomfortable. So uncomfortable. Like, yeah. And I'm like, bitch, is like you deserve to be uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Because you're not busting tables, you're walking around talking shit, and then on top of that, so I talk shit, I roast people. One of the things I said to her that made me a racist was I said I use a George Carlin joke, but I use the nice version. I always like to make fun of people that work at Taco Bell because I worked at Taco Bell when I was 17 or something. So I'm like, dude, I don't go to your job and kick tacos out of your hands while you're at work, right? Which is, the joke, right? Yeah. I don't go kicking dicks or slapping dicks out of your mouth, right? So I said, I don't go kicking tacos out of your hand while you're at work. And she goes, oh, he thinks I'm Mexican. He's racist. And I was like, no, bitch, I was insinuating you work at Taco Bell, you dumbass. But then she fucking came up to me the night she 86'd me, and she goes, do you know what you said to me that night? And I go, yeah, I told you that you fucking work at Taco Bell. And she goes, no, you said you were going to fuck me in the ass till it bleeds. And I was like, wow, well, you might have deserved that. I was like, it sounds like something I would say, but like you really got to push me to get me to say something like that. Like I don't just fucking come out the gate with fuck you in the ass till you bleed. You know what I mean? But then she took that out of context and told everybody at work right then while I was there, oh, do you know what this guy said to me?
Buck and pals and all their fascinating friends and mysterious enemies in the super scientific century. A smoke alarm can save your life, but not if it's silent. Over 60% of fire fatalities and countless injuries happen when smoke alarms are installed but fail to work. Sometimes when Buck Stallion smokes, he sets them off and stuff. That sucks. But he always makes sure if he takes the batteries out to Chong, he puts them back in when he's done. Remember, only working smoke alarms save lives. So sound the alarm to your family and friends. A silent smoke alarm may be the last thing they never hear. Brought to you by Buck Stallion's Holistic Emporium and GreenShopDelivery.com.
Punched like button in the face like a boss.
You're stinky. You've been working all day. You need One Truth body powder. And now you're not stinky. You're fresh.
I love the old days, Remember the old days when the doctors used to come to your house, right? Remember in the old days, cars, also made in the USA, right? In the old days, we used to build bridges. Families in the old days, they saved money. In the good old days, law enforcement acted a lot quicker. In the old days, when we were smart and strong. In the old days, we used to win. In the old days, you put the hairspray on, it was good.
I think it would be nice if somebody put Merry Christmas on something, like the old days.
What happened to the old days where people came into this country? They worked and they worked and they worked and they had families and they paid taxes and they did all sorts of things. In the old days, when I was young, I'd say, we're not paying you back the $150 billion. You're not getting it.
In the old days, meaning a while ago, we had great surveillance going on in and around mosques.
In the old days, we had mental institutions. You had a lot of them. And you could nab somebody. You can't put him in jail, I guess, because he hasn't done anything. But in the old days, you'd put him into a mental institution. Get out. Get out. Get out. In the good old days, this doesn't happen because they used to treat them very, very rough. And when they protested once, they would not do it again so easily. In the old days, when you have a war and you win, That nation's yours.
You know, spies in the old days used to be executed.
He left. He deserted. You know, in the old days when we were a strong country, it would be boom, gone. Somebody said the other day, well, he had some psychological problems. Well, you know, in the old days, bing, bong. In the old days when we were strong and respected, they had a problem with Israel. I mean, they had a problem with terrorism. They shot 49 of the terrorists with the bullets loaded up with pig fat and pig blood. You know, in the old days, boom, firing squad. No, it's true. And we're going to go back to the old days. We're going back to the old days.
And I'm gonna do a couple other little things.
Yeah.
Right after that, maybe.
We're gonna
You
cut
got
some
time?
ribs. Oh yeah, yeah.
So we'll do that down here. I forgot I
We're gonna
I
cut
only
some
wanted
ribs
to
up.
about 10, so I'll get some prep for that real quick.
Yeah, that whole scenario happened this last weekend whenever they were doing all the murals on 10th Street. And all my friends from LA were visiting and shit, and she threw that big old fit. And I was just like, dude, I don't think this is going to go how you think it's going to go. Like, you know what I mean? Millennial screaming wolf, like, fucking pretty sure I'll get you in the end.
I'm tired of all these fucking kids running around. Oh,
yeah.
nobody owes you shit. Work for it, dumbass.
Well, dude, did you know, I was reading a study, this generation actually thinks that they all are entitled to become millionaires. They all think that they're fucking going to be, who's the SoundCloud rapper that's going to go famous. That's what everybody thinks they're going to do. Or they're all going to be like a Khloe Kardashian, or they're all going to be, you know what I mean? Like they all have these virtual reality,
Thinking they were born with a
thoughts.
silver spoon in their mouth.
Yeah.
When it was actually copper.
But I mean, and then you got a guy like Tekashi 6ix9ine, who was like just an average kid, and then he dyed his hair rainbow and yelled some gangster shit on a microphone, and now all of a sudden everybody's like, dude. But dude, he just cut a fucking Mexican album. And it's already like number 30 in the American charts.
Right.
Yeah, dude. 6 top 10s, and then he's like, yeah, I speak Spanish. Let's try this. But dude, the drive that he has is not the drive that the average American kid has. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, you work for it. You think of it.
No, dude, he fucking worked, bro. He worked. He met the right people. He was at the right. Yeah. But that's the thing is everybody like
me with here. I don't have any restaurant experience at all.
You just knocked until they let you in.
Well, 3 days ago, I came in to turn my resume in, talked to Heather's husband, Nate, first, and then he tells me, we'll come back this afternoon, talk to Heather. I come back that afternoon, talk to her, she's like, okay, be here at midnight.
Yeah. Yeah, dope.
So I was like, okay, cool. Fuck it.
That's how I kind of got my job at Jonathan's. I was at Jonathan's for like 7 years or something like that doing barbecue. But it was kind of the same thing. Like, I just kept showing up and saying, do you guys need help? Do you need help? And they kept turning me down. But I lived right by the Elks Lodge. So I was like, dude, that's where I want to work. I need to keep going.
Yeah, that's how I was when I told you about this place.
Yeah.
Because that's all I do at home. I smoke the racks of ribs and whole
You know the
chickens.
tongs that belong on the bottom of this cart?
Probably over there in that box. Right there, right there. See where the red thing's sticking out?
The red thing sticking out, clear tub, middle.
There you go.
Middle shelf. You're right. Yep.
Are
Right.
they in there? Yeah, see?
Boom.
See?
Might sound like a dumb question. What's the difference between a marketer and a promoter?
They're kind of the same. A marketer already has the people. You know what I mean? Like if you're in marketing, like a salesperson goes out to accrue the people that you're going to market for you, and you don't have so as a producer, I do everything. You know what I mean? I'm not even a promoter really. I mean, I consider myself more of a producer because I orchestrate the whole show. You know what I mean? I hire all the talent that's going to be opening and closing the show, from the beginning to the end. I orchestrate all the cues that are going to happen throughout the night. I'm making the arrangements for the liquor license. I'm making the arrangements for, I tracked down the sponsors, which, wasn't that hard. I just made like a cool flow chart of, what I needed as far as sponsors go. And, I send it out to all my friends that have businesses that might want to be promoted. But, like most promoters, dude, it's kind of like, you ever seen the show The Office? So the Indian dude on there, Aziz, he actually plays a club promoter in the show at one point. Like him and his slimy buddy, who's like just a chauvinistic, like just douchebag kind of guy, but his dad's like rich or some shit, and so he doesn't have to work. You know what I mean? Just a different mindset from this guy that works in an office. But he's like, dude, we're gonna be part owners of this nightclub. Yeah, and so. But the whole thing is really what they are is they're club promoters. And, like, I'll give you a quick story. Whenever, this was like 8 years ago, I was with this girl that I'd known since junior high. We were dating, and she was, like, my photographer for my shows. And she was telling me about how she had met these girls on Facebook or MySpace or something, and they would invite her out to Club Detour all the time with her. And so she would go, and they would all hang out. And she was like, dude, these were my friends. These are like my girls. I had like this posse of like 20 girls that I was kicking it with. But it started out, it was just like me and like 4 other girls. But like as the weeks went on, every weekend we'd get together and our posse got bigger and bigger and bigger until we were just like overtaking clubs. And we were all good looking girls. So boom, we were up at the front of the line. We were VIP everywhere we went. And I was like, sounds like you were hanging out with a promoter, a host, if you will, is what they are. And she's like, I don't understand. I go, that bitch ain't your friend. That chick is getting paid for each head you bring. She's getting like, my first promoter gig was at Blue Tattoo over here, the where the sports bar is now, or whatever it is now. And I made $75 a head that I got through the door before 8 p.m. because the club actually opened at 8 p.m. So I would do a VIP party where I'd give away like free nachos and drink specials from 7 to 8, and I had an hour to cram people into the club so that when the club opened at 8, I just let them out of the VIP room, and boom, the club was popping right when it opened. You know what I'm saying? So they paid me $75 knowing that each person is going to buy like a $6 drink. So I'm getting, 12%, 15% off of each drink. But without actually knowing what the bar sales are, they're just like, okay, they're in the door, 75 cents. And so that's like a host. And so it got to the point where there was promotion companies, but like really there was only a handful of us that were really doing the work, the real work. Everybody else was really hosts that had like one person that organized the hosts. It was like a host organization. It wasn't a fucking promotions company, but they kept calling them promoters. And they kept having, like Chris Ricky would have these meetings where all these people that were bands, people that were comedians, people that were doing projects were being turned into these kinds of hosts. You know what I mean? And he was telling him, oh, you get your own night. You get your own night. And so so now you have to bring all the people. Like the thing is back in the day when the Fat Cat was open, everybody like that was like a lights out, like, oh bro, I'm gonna fucking, like, if I could get into the Fat Cat, boom, I'm gonna blow it up. Well, the thing is you got 600 seats you have to fill. Right. You know what I'm saying? But that's like, people think it's like fucking going to and being on the Giants. Like yeah, if you join the Giants today, you're going to have a bunch of people to hit a ball in front of. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's a given because the Giants, all the other Giants are still there and they've already sold tickets and blah, blah, blah. But the Fat Cat ain't like that. It's like, oh, you're having a show? Cool. Hope you can bring 600 people. You know what I'm saying? Because if it was like an Asian promoter, everybody thought it was an Asian club if they happened to go to the club that weekend. Like I argued with my girlfriends about it. They'd be like, dude, I don't like the Fat Cat. It's like an Asian club. And I was like, no, it's not. It's a fucking nightclub that has different people promoting different nights, and you happen to go on the Asian night. But so
that's how the Palladium is too. They have Mexican bands.
But dude, hey, here's the genius of that. I don't know a real Mexican that doesn't have his whole fucking bankroll in his wallet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Dude, whenever I was at the Blue Tattoo, we were competing directly with the Palladium. And we were sabotaging each other, like old Vegas style fucking sabotage. Like turn the water heater valve open in the basement and flood the basement. You know what I mean? Or or go cut the fucking grand opening sign off the roof. You know what I mean? So it's just hanging and flapping all night on their grand opening night. Or go cut the power on their fucking spotlight that they got.
Neighbors,
Bro, it was worse. It was nightclub shit. It was like somebody could have gotten killed. You know what I mean? Because some of these motherfuckers are ruthless, yeah. But like, so that was like the whole thing was in the nightclub industry. Like all of a sudden, we went from having 3 promotions companies that were putting together decent shows. You know what I mean? And I was even doing shows for those people. But then one day, Chris Ricky invites me to breakfast at the Barking Dog, and he's like, "Hey, this is Kate. You guys should team up and be a promotions company." And I'm like, okay. And my first rap name was Filthy Stinky Honky. It was an homage to Old Dirty Bastard, And so I was like, okay, Filthy, and she's a beautician, so gorgeous. I Googled it. Filthy Gorgeous exists, but it's a promotions company in the Bay or in Britain. So I was like, well, there's not one in America. We are Filthy Gorgeous of America. And so I stole their logo. I mean, that's what everybody does. It's kind of how I learned it was in the nightclub industry. Like, nobody has an original thought. You know what I mean? It's just like, how can I fucking reinvent this to be my own thing? And, and also, like, even at Blue Tattoo, like, how many times did that upstairs bar change names?
A lot.
The last bar I did up there was Denim and Diamonds, which was that rodeo style bar. They wanted it to be like the Saddle Rack in San Jose, but it was... They wouldn't let fucking guys in cowboy jeans inside because of dress code issues. And I was like, dude, that's the owner of Jonathan's in tennis shoes and jeans. You need to let him in the goddamn bar. He's a millionaire. And they're like, no, dress code. Sorry, dress code. If you're not wearing a suit and tie. Well, there's that too. Yeah. But that's the thing, is that's how this culturally, this whole city was different. Because you had runoffs. You had places to go. You had, like, if you did a show at the Speakeasy and wanted to do a pub crawl, you could fucking hit 15 bars all within downtown. Now, like, you've got these 2 hipster bars. Dude, the folks at Ralston Goat were telling me that they were doing a pub crawl Santa, like a SantaCon thing, last Christmas. And they had gone through to each venue to make sure it was okay. We're going to bring like 100 people to your venue for a half an hour. We're all going to buy a round, and then we're going to go to the next bar. Commonwealth said yeah, and then they got there, and they wouldn't let them in the building. And they were like, dude, fuck that place. Like, what the fuck? But, dude, it's little shit like that chips away at the fucking, the whole equation. You know what I mean? When you turn... a club
turn them down when you know they're going to be bringing money into you.
That's what I'm saying. What's 100 times 7? That's fucking that's everybody's payroll that week, or at least that night. All 9 employees that you have walking in circles, not busting tables. But dude, it just now Copper Rhino's a fucking wedding hall. Yeah. Now fucking Fat Cat is a church. I mean, dude. The list goes on. Commonwealth. Actually, I never cared for that building anyway. Whenever it was Extreme Pizza. Or no, that's Church Key. Yeah, Aqua Sheet.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I only went there just to fucking be a thorn in their side. Because they didn't like me. So I'd just go and, like 10 o'clock and order sushi.
What I never understood is white people wanted to go in there when you could just go right down the street a few feet to Speakeasy and not have to pay a cover charge to go in.
Yeah.
And have a better time than you did over there.
Dude, how many times I walked into the Fat Cat and you can just smell cocaine in the air? Like, it's not like somebody spilled the cocaine. It's they're all sweating it. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
dude, he's serious.
Real talk, bro. You know that. Dude, have you ever smelled cocaine? Okay. Okay. Then you know that fucking, it's like bug spray. It's like bug spray smell. Yeah. It's like, it's got like a fucking, like a pesticide flavor.
Horrible over there.
Bro, I would walk in because I hadn't done
ribs. I don't know if you wanted to know.
Yeah. Oh, ribs.
What do you mean keep it going? I want it down.
Cutting the ribs. What's your name, man? John. Jay Smith.
Hi, Jason.
Buck Stallion, I mean. I'm Buck Stallion. Jay Smith's dead.
Yeah. between this and the Alto Shams. I forgot about the Alto Shams.
So now this is a dry rib, though. This one isn't slathered. Oh, it is on the other side. Okay.
So when I turn it over, I can see where I can cut.
Ah, okay.
They were beautiful.
So he's slowly. Here, let's get it. I'll get an audio sound of the
So you
slice.
probably have my
Oh no,
my
I can still.
STP in my pocket.
When I cut the barbecue slow.
So good.
Buck and
Now,
pals and all their
size-wise,
fascinating
would you
friends
say
and
that these
mysterious
are
enemies in the
riblets,
super
or
scientific
are these a
century.
standard pork rib?
My man.
A smoke alarm can save your life, but not
What,
if
what
it's
makes
silent.
them St. Louis style?
Over 60% of fire
To the
fatalities
dumbasses
and
at
countless injuries happen when smoke alarms are installed but fail to work. Sometimes when Buck Stallion smokes, he sets them off and
You guys seen
stuff.
full spare ribs? They're like
That sucks.
big.
Yeah, yeah.
But he
that's
always
a-
makes
that's a
sure
beef
if he
rib.
takes the batteries out to
That's a
Chong,
pork
he
Pork
puts them
rib,
back
they're
in
like
when he's
really
done.
Big and tall.
Remember,
wide, usually
only
2 feet,
working
5
smoke
spare
alarms
ribs.
save
Pork
lives.
rib. That's a full
So
spare
sound
rib.
the alarm to
Now,
your family
take
and
it,
friends.
cut
A
it.
silent smoke alarm may be the last thing they never hear.
He's showing us in
Brought
half.
to you by Buck Stallion's
Now you have
Holistic
St. Louis style
Emporium
rib.
and
Okay.
GreenShopDelivery.com.
So you're taking that big knuckle bone or whatever. Yeah.
Chine bone right up
Punch
here.
Okay.
like banana face.
Then what we
Like a
people do
boss.
is break it
You're stinky. You've been working all day. You need one truth body powder, and now you're not
Okay,
stinky.
okay.
You're fresh.
Okay.
Rib tips.
Yeah, rib tip. So now I did see on the menu burnt ends while they last.
I love the
Is
old
that
days, you know?
odds and ends, or what?
Remember the old
What
days
is
when
the
doctors
official
used to come
burnt
to your
end?
house? Remember the old days? Cars, also made in the USA, right? You know, in the old days, we used to build bridges. Families in the old days, they saved money. In the good old days,
Sometimes they call it a
law enforcement acted a lot quicker. The old days, when we were smart and strong.
Okay.
In the old days, we used to win. In the old days, you put the hairspray on, it was good.
Okay.
I think it would be nice if somebody put Merry Christmas on something, you know, like the old days. What happened to the old days when people came into this country?
Yeah, but is that the one? Is it like a double piece? It kind of looks like a flap, right? Like it's got like a.
We're not paying you back the
I just ate that yesterday.
$150 billion. You're not getting it.
Yeah, yeah.
Old days, meaning a while ago, we had great surveillance going on in and around mines.
So it's kind of like
in the old days, we had mental
bacon-y?
institutions.
Is it
A lot
more?
of them.
Sort of.
Or is it
I
jelly?
put him in jail, I guess, because he hasn't done anything.
Okay.
But in the old days, you put him into a mental institution.
So it's like marbled or.
Get out.
Exactly.
Okay.
Get out.
Oh, dude, right when you said it, mine was like.
They used to treat them very, very rough. And when they protested once, you know, they would not do it again so easily. In the old days, when you have a war
There is, but I don't know what it is.
and you win, that nation's yours.
You
know, spies in the old days used to be executed. He left. He deserted. You know, in the old days, when we were a strong country, it would be boom, gone. Somebody said the other day, well, he has some psychological problems. You know, in the old days, bing, bong. In the old days, when we were strong and respected, they had a problem.
Okay. Wow.
I think they had a problem with terrorists. They shot
Another triple
49
cooker.
of the terrorists with the
Yeah.
bullets, loaded up with pig fat and pig blood. You know, in the old days,
It gets. It's loosening. Okay.
and we're going to go back to the old days. We're going back to the old days.
And then we take that, pull it off, slice it into cubes. That's the burn end.
And then you sauce that.
Put
Yeah.
it on a rack, put it back in the smoker, smoke it again
Okay.
to set the sauce and to render that fat a little bit more. And then now you have a burn
But that isn't something that you guys have served at at one of the art walks yet, have you?
The last one we did, but we served them real small.
Oh, okay. Is that what?
Sample size, and they kind of fell apart.
Oh, the last one was like last week though, or something,
No,
or a couple weeks.
last month. The month's a little different. The art walk's
trying to-
next week.
Oh, okay. Oh, because it's the first of the month or something, or last or third Saturday.
or fourth Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay. So
That looks bomb.
So eat them. So eat them up.
I feel like we shouldn't. I feel like it's a piece of art.
Take a picture of this. Hey, you want to take a picture of this?
No, he ain't even taking a picture.
Dirt bag if I see one.
I've never seen one that was a dirt bag move.
I did it. That was beautiful. Oh shit! I gotta delete something. Damn it!
Take a picture of that one.
That was so good. He ain't gonna take a picture. Fuck this guy. We ain't got time for this. It's rib eating.
Mm-hmm.
You open this up, and it looks like that little bit of not so great.
Mm-hmm.
Then the might go along and you put your microphone in it. Yeah, so for me, no, we're good. This is gonna, when we put a log in, it's more about this.
So now, have you done barbecue before, bro?
Me?
Yeah.
No,
How old are you?
I'm 20.
20. This is a perfect age to get into this, bro. You're gonna flourish, because like old guys like us, we're like kind of set in our ways. You're like a sponge. You're gonna become a barbecue. You know what I mean? No, I was about your age. I think I was 21 whenever I first got with Jonathan's meat. But it's something that never leaves you, dude. The experience of the barbecue life.
You're gonna know that.
Yep.
Yeah. That slicing knife is in the bottom of your soapy water, by the way.
You're never supposed to do that.
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it.
That's what I'm telling you. Sound good? Eating it?
So I'm gonna try one. I was taking a picture. Oh, and they're like not too hot. That was what my biggest fear was. Is I was gonna grab a hot one and then still try to eat it because I'm stupid like that.
We took these off and then sauced them and we put them in the hot box.
Oh
And
my
that's
god!
all the I'd set up on the right, I guess, huh?
Yeah, it just falls off the bone. No wonder he cleaned his off so fast. He was just like, oh my
You
god!
put me in there. You put me in there.
There's a soda machine over there too. If you want the soda.
Is she cool with that? We just do what we want on that or what?
Yeah, she just said
Yeah, I
what
do.
we wanted. Grab.
Grab you some
Yeah,
drink.
from day one, Nathan had
Just
already told
go
us.
to grab a cup and just leave one in the
Yeah, don't waste cups, guys.
Use the paper cups on.
Oh my god, dude. This is horrible. I'm gonna have to eat all this so nobody else can have any. So you feeling pretty good about it, man? You guys, I mean, you guys did this. This is your extra log, bro.
I work. Why do you think we're here? We don't care about the pay. We just think it's
Yeah. Well, that's what I was saying. When I worked for Media's, they paid me $50 cash, and then they would pay me in soul food. And I lived with Jeremy Crespo, and he is a sleep eater. And I got, for whatever reason, I decided to get the hottest barbecue sauce that they served at the place. They called it was like 9.8 on the Richter scale, or whatever. But I just had it in a sauce thing, and he went through and he ate my chicken, and he ate my ribs, and he ate my brisket, and he thought those were beans. And he took the sauce and he downed it, and he woke up naked in the kitchen with my food all over his face, on fire. and then he got all mad at me. He woke me up. He's like, "You motherfucker! You put hot sauce in your fucking food." And I was like, "No, dude. It was a container to dip. You dip your rib in." And he drank it like it was beans. Oh my god!
That's how my brother is. Eat, you sleep, get up, go to the kitchen, eat.
I wish I could, man.
Standing by the
Fuck
refrigerator.
you. If I did that, I'd be even bigger than I am now.
Yeah, wake up, brother. Oh, shit.
See, I tried to answer a payphone before in my sleep and woke up in the kitchen standing by the phone. You know what I mean? But I've never slept 8. Huh. What the?
Not in the sink. Out here or here.
Well, if
right?
this is filled up with water in the sink, if it's not
Besides the knife.
yes, besides the knife.
Here, there, or here.